Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the Knife Center, coming at you from SHOT Show 2023. We're here at the Kansept Knives booth with Marshall.
Nice to meet you.
You as well, nice to meet you. How are you doing?
Pretty good, enjoying the show.
Good, good. You've got some cool knives for us to talk about
yes,
today.
we have lots of exciting new stuff to offer.
We'll start with the button lock, because that's what everyone's going to kind of lose their mind over, probably.
So this one here, this is the Shikari. We've done it in a smaller version.
Yeah, you were mentioning that we got the big boy here just for comparison's
Yes,
sake.
everybody loved the Shikari. Nice big knife, super smooth action. But a lot of people were like, it's kind of a little too big to carry around. They love it, but it's not practical. So with it being downsized, that opens up the market farther.
Sure.
They deleted the thumb stud, added a flipper, and made it a button lock, which makes it super fidgety fun.
I mean, it does exactly what you want a modern button lock to do. You got the great action, you got the drop shut thing going on.
Yep.
Cool shape with it too, man.
Yes. So this is based on a fixed blade design, and it's Morgan Keon, and he's primarily a fixed blade knife maker, and they did a folding interpretation of one of his designs.
Yeah. Materials on this version, talk to me
So
about
this
it.
one's integral titanium bolsters, and then the carbon fiber scales, S35 VN blade, and then a nice milled pocket clip. Kind of a deep pocket, but not quite. Kansept has a lot of stuff that's right in the middle between deep pocket carry and traditional pocket clip placement.
Are we dealing with like a 3 1/4 inch?
That one's
blade,
about 3 1/4 inch
Yep.
blade, and roughly 1/8 inch thick. So, and it's got a nice tall grind, so you're going to have good edge geometry, be able to get a nice sharp edge on it.
Sure. Good place to choke up with
Yep.
your
that
thumb
pseudo
up there.
harpoon
Yeah.
makes for a nice thumb ramp.
Sweet. Feels great. Are we going to see a few different versions of this? Or
Like
is this
everything
the one right
Kansept does, they're going to start out with 1 to 3 variations, and then they'll introduce other handle options, blade finishes, whatnot, as they go along based on customer feedback.
Great. And we were talking a little bit before the camera started rolling. These are all expected as the year moves on, so pricing hasn't really been finalized on any of these
Most
yet.
of these, we don't have finalized pricing.
So we can't talk about that yet, unfortunately.
Everything's been finalized materials-wise.
Okay, cool. All right. That is very nice. Next up.
So our next offering is from Jonathan Stiles. He's out of Canada. This is the Tuckmore. And the Tuckmore is really a deceptive knife. You look at it, and it looks elegant, but it's big enough to be a good, sturdy work knife, yet the weight is deceiving on it.
Yeah, it's not heavy, yeah.
You can't appreciate this one until you have it in hand. And it's got nicely contoured titanium frame, shred carbon fiber inlays, and folded titanium clip, 3D machine blade, hollow ground. These will be in M390.
Cool.
And I like it because it's just a nice, slim, gentlemanly work knife that'll really get something done.
So this one feels flat ground to me, actually. Is this an early stage one, or?
So their flat grind isn't quite a true flat ground. There's going to be a little bit of a hollow there, right at the end by the edge. They have a progressive grind that they've been doing.
Oh, cool, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, you talked about the feel in the hand. It's not like it's not a boat anchor at all. Like,
no,
it feels.
It's deceptively light.
Yeah, it feels really good, but you still have that powerful blade shape, of course. Frame lock. There you go.
Yep.
It was in the wrong position there. Wasn't quite used to it yet. Yeah, I mean, it flicks open great. I like the contouring to the handle too. It makes it nestle in there quite nicely. Removes a little more weight too,
no
of
hot
course.
spots.
Yeah, quite nice. Cool. Next one has kind of a similar blade shape going.
Yes. So the sheep's foot is a big trend right now. More and more people are doing the sheep's foot blade, and I'm really liking what they're doing with modified sheep's foot. Kind of taking it out of that traditional worn clip or
get a little more belly going on.
Yeah, more belly, little sweep in the spine. So this is the Connier, named after Connier Bay in Newfoundland, Canada, where Jonathan Stiles is from. It's another Jonathan Stiles knife. Integral titanium bolsters with large bolsters. Again with the folded titanium clip, nice carbon fiber scales, buttery smooth action on this one. It's drop shut, nice tight pivot, but super sweet action.
That's great.
And I think this one's going to appeal to guys that like the Benchmade 940. I think it hits a lot of the cues that the 940 hits and what people like in a knife.
Similar blend to like the hard-working and yet the fancied up.
Yeah, that
nature
kind
a
of
little bit.
gentleman
Yeah,
style. So
Yeah, it feels really
I think
good.
this is going to be one of the ones that they hit out of the ballpark this year.
Yeah, that's very cool. Liking that. And next up,
So here we have the Arcus. This is a OTEP Hell design.
you can tell, like, it's definitely got his
Yes.
style going
So
on.
one
yeah.
of the things with him, he's a very artistic guy. He grew up in an artistic family. He had a fascination with the medieval times and Middle Ages. He was even a apprentice armorer for a year.
I didn't know that about him.
Yeah, and
Wow,
so one of the things he adds into his designs is everything is based on arcs or portions of a circle. And if you look at this one, not only do you have the arc of the fuller in it, but the entire spine of the
spine.
knife is a continuous arc.
Sure.
So it has a natural flow while still being a very geometric knife design. It's got nested inlays. They'll be offered in G10, carbon fiber. I believe they're offering a bronze inlay as well. And it's got that sheep's foot blade. But it's a nice, long blade, but slender knife that's comfortable in the hand, snappy action.
It's about 3.5 inches.
Yeah,
I
about
think?
3.5 inches. One of the things that's a little different is he's doing a lot of front folders, and here we have a traditional folder. So it's also
Right,
kind
right.
of a little out of the box for what he's been doing.
Indeed. No, I mean, it flips great. 154 cm steel on this one.
On this one, yes.
Yep.
And I believe they're going to also potentially be offering a more elevated version, but that hasn't been fully decided yet.
Sure.
And
I love how narrow it is folded up.
Yes.
I mean, super easy to carry, but you get 3.5 inches.
right.
of
And one of the
blade
things
there.
I like too is I'm a custom maker, and I've been doing this for a little while. Is they went with the multiple cutouts on that. Some knife designs you can't put that lock relief cut internally.
Yeah.
It's just not practical. The shape of the knife won't allow for an easy to use
Yeah.
lock. And this gets rid of that big lint well
Yeah.
that knives
Yeah.
where the cutouts on the outside is.
That still gives you the flex you need for the
Right.
lock.
And
Cool.
it can be made to look stylish.
And it does indeed. I didn't even connect that was a functional thing
Yeah.
for the lock
Very
and not
functional.
just a cool looking detail.
No, it's an important feature to the knife, and everybody's got their opinions. Should it be on the inside? Should it be on the outside? Some people don't mind looking at it. Other people do. This is a nice
Yeah.
compromise
Yeah, if you can make
that
it
allows
look-
you to do what the knife needs.
Yeah. And if you can make it look cool, why not look at it?
Exactly.
Yeah, very nice. Dig it. All right. Next up.
So this is another offering from OTEP Hell, and this is the Quillen. He is, or it's named after a Chinese mythological chimera.
Okay.
And again, you can see some of his curving line flow in it, mixed with geometric pattern. Still has the sweeping
Nice arc.
fuller. The sweeping fuller matches right into the facet on the handle. Makes everything tie together and flow smoothly. This is a little more of a budget version. So again, in the 154 cm, but with steel liners, carbon fiber scales, deep pocket carry.
I mean, it
clip.
doesn't feel like a budget knife
No.
or look like a budget
No,
knife
and
at
it's
all.
very comfortable in the hand, very snappy.
Indeed. It's cool. I like the Tonto shape, but it's not so Tonto-y that like drop point guys like me.
No,
are,
it's more a
are-
traditional
yeah,
Japanese
yeah.
Tonto than the American Tonto.
Yeah, gonna be very easy to use, easier
Yep.
to sharpen. Yeah, man.
And again,
Like the
like
pocket in there.
most of our knives with Kansept, is going to be offered in different blade steels, handle options. You know, it's really hard to nail down exactly what these are going to be down the
Yeah,
road
yeah.
because we always offer special limited run offers.
Well, especially because you do so many things too, and you want it to stand out,
Right.
even amongst your own lineup.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm really admiring just the simple lines of this handle here because
Yeah.
it's deceptively simple. There's actually a lot of sophistication going on in how that profile
But it's
works
all
out.
done subtly.
Oh yeah, I dig it. Feels great too. Very nice.
So next up we have the Matto. This is Marcus Villela. I believe I'm saying it right. He's an Italian knife maker.
Mm-hmm.
He he pretty much started with folders. I mean, he had a very short career in fixed blades and then jumped straight into the deep end with folders. This is a front flipper. It's also got the cutout. Nice deep pocket carry.
All right, let's see, because I'm never the best at front flippers. Let's see how badly I can butcher this. Turns out fairly well. I can butcher it fairly well. I'm going to go ahead and use the cutout myself.
Yeah. So what I like about this design is you've got a classic spear point blade shape, but this handle is both modern and nostalgic at the same time. When I look at that handle, I see the modern aspect of the composites and some of the styling cues that are trendy right now. But with the two-tone effect, it reminds me of like an old Bugatti car.
Okay.
You know, you've got the flowy, swoopy lines and that dramatic two-tone that you see on a lot of the old Bugattis and even some of the new Bugattis.
What's cool too is this feels like a nice workhorse too.
Yes.
There's a little more girth to the handle here, but it's a neutral enough shape. Big hands can use it, small hands can use it. Get right up there behind the edge with it too.
Right.
I mean, just simple, no nonsense, but we're gonna make it look cool too.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. What's the steel on this one?
So this one here, I believe, is S35VN. They haven't marked it. These are just coming out. They're not. Many of these I learned about 2 days ago.
Oh, indeed. Well, it feels really good. Yeah, I like, and it definitely kind of stakes out a different identity than what we've seen so far,
Yes.
a different kind of attitude. And yeah, man, that works well. And it's just a simple, no-nonsense shape that's going to get it done.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool. And last but not least.
So last but not least, we have the Anomaly. It's a Dirk Pinkerton design. Most people are very familiar with Dirk Pinkerton. He's been designing for quite a while now. And he brings his 18 years of security experience into the field with coming up with designs that are no nonsense, workhorse, self-defense, whatever you need. But he's a fixed blade guy. So with Kansept, everything's been translated into folders. And the Anomaly here, I think, is just going to be a nice, simple, no frills EDC that's going to get the job done.
Too.
Yeah, this one's dressed up with the gold hardware and the nice finished carbon fiber, but it's really just a straightforward, everyday knife.
Yeah. Yeah, good little size. Steel on this one, not marked either, so we're probably still working on that.
Yeah, this is prototype still.
Yeah, very cool.
So it's, most of the Dirk Pinkerton designs come out in S35VN.
Okay. I like the stonewash finish you guys get on these too. It's a real good quality to the texture that you guys achieve with it. Yeah. Flips great. Locks up well. Ball bearings, kind of like the following your recipe basically, just on a cool extra shape. I like it. All right. Well, that's what we've got to take a look at here. If you're interested in any of this, keep an eye on our Kansept page or our coming soon and new items page on KnifeCenter.com. We'll leave a link in the description to get you over to that Kansept page as well. This stuff will be showing up in the next few months. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Really appreciate your time. Keep sticking around for more SHOT Show coverage.